welcome right back to Your Comments Matters. I'm your host, Kira Love, and today's video is coming from Arizona's Family 3 TV slash CBS 5. Well, I know how a lot of y'all are feeling about CBS right about now, right? But with that being said, hey, there was a story coming out now about the state of Arizona. We've seen New Jersey. We've seen Washington State. So now we're seeing about the Arizonians. And this title of the video is called Arizonans Concerned About Medicaid Cuts Following the Bill Passage. And we got some great commenters here today on what they heard and saw on the video right there on this program called Arizona's Family TV. So we got commenters coming today: Michael Sylvie, Rick Coleman, WTH 1812, and NMPT 777. We're going to see what their comments have to say about these Medicaid situations going on. Why? Because your comments matters. Let's get into the video, shall we?
Gina, thank you so much. Well, hundreds of thousands of Arizonans could lose their health insurance because of cuts in the big, beautiful bill. Senators narrowly passed their version of that bill yesterday.
So now it goes back to the House, and a major sticking point is proposed cuts to Medicaid. It affects so many people. So on your site, Susan Campbell is here after speaking with some Arizonans who really rely on this money from Medicaid. So what happens now? And, you know, a lot of people are scared.
Yeah, and there's a lot of uncertainty. So we're going to try to break it all down. We want to put in perspective. 1.8 million Arizonans are covered by Medicaid. There are estimates that 250,000 to 500,000 could lose that health insurance. Wow. There are also concerns that rural hospitals here in Arizona could close. Some say the cuts are necessary to ensure Medicaid only supports people who really need it. Others say the cuts will end up costing a lot more in the long run.
Oh, and that's what Hello Kitty said.
Person I've ever met.
He's also a fighter.
At 4 days old, he suffered a really serious stroke. He can't move his arms and he can't move his legs. He can't speak and he can't eat.
Ryan's critical therapies for cerebral palsy and epilepsy are covered by money from Medicaid. His dad's not so worried about potential Medicaid cuts for people with disabilities.
I'm not really worried that would happen.
Alan Dukes is worried about cuts. He's been a driver for decades, but could never afford health insurance.
I've always worked, and I worked hard.
He qualified for Medicaid a few years ago. He says his health care saved his life.
Without it, I don't know if I'll be able to survive. I mean, it's literally, I feel like I'm one of those people that could die without my health care.
According to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office, the Senate version of President Trump's big, beautiful bill cuts almost $1 trillion in Medicaid over a decade.
We achieved cost-cutting savings, the largest in the history of the country. Some people say not enough.
Throwing people off of coverage really doesn't do anything as far as saving costs. It just shifts where those costs occur.
That's right. Dan Dirksen is the director of the University of Arizona Center for Rural Health and a member of the Arizona Medical Association.
We would dramatically increase the number of Arizonans without health insurance.
Wow. His dad works for a nonprofit called Community Options. The organization operates in 12 states, including Arizona, providing support, housing, and employment for people with severe disabilities. The CEO says almost all of the organization's $500 million budget is from Medicaid funding.
That those services have to be intact.
What's the message to lawmakers right now?
People with disabilities are a vital part of our community. We are only evaluated by how we treat our most vulnerable. And I ask that they do that with compassion and dignity.
House Speaker Mike Johnson acknowledged a challenging road ahead for this bill. Again, a lot of uncertainty as to
but we know it passed.
Actually will be cut. Medicaid is funded federal dollars. States have to match. So if there are cuts, states might have to make up the difference. There is just a lot of uncertainty, more questions to ask, but that is why people are sharing their stories. Some say they're worried, some say they're not.
Sure, and state lawmakers have said we don't know where we are going to get that extra money if we have to, you know, fill the gap there.
So there it is, everyone. You saw it. You heard it right there at Arizona's Family 3 TV/CBS 5 News, where they were saying Arizonans are concerned about Medicaid cuts following the bill passage. And we saw right there where it says hundreds of thousands Arizonans can lose coverage. 1.8 million are covered. And it says 200,000 could possibly lose their health care coverage. And you saw the difference where the one guy had a disabled child. He said, oh, no, they're not going to lose it. And then you heard another story where the driver talked about, he said that he could die without his Medicaid coverage. Yeah, he's working. He's a man that's working being a truck driver, but yet he needs extra. He needs a supplement. He needs an assistant because he's a working poor. He's a working poor. He needs that help. He said he could die without it. Wow. Y'all heard the stories, and we want to hear the comments as well. So as they said, Medicaid is funded by the federal government. So if the federal government takes the money away, where's the states going to make it up? Where are they going to get that money from? How are they going to take care of the Medicaid situation? They won't be able to. They're going to have to close those hospitals, aren't they? Like they were saying, it's the rural areas that first going to take the brunt. They're going to take the hit. The rural areas, and y'all heard, you saw the other shows we've done here, that it's the rural hospitals that are first to go in this battle that's going on in the healthcare system. Woo, wow, this is something serious that we need to stay on top of and follow, because for us senior citizens, this is affecting us now until our time to leave this earth. All right, then let's take a look at now our comments. I'm sure you're ready to hear and see what they have said about this story coming from Arizona's concern about Medicaid cuts. All right, take a look at Michael Sylvie. Hello there, Michael Sylvie. Your comment matters right here on our show today. He said, show a kid who had a stroke to tug at heartstrings and then have his dad say the cuts probably won't affect him. So he's saying, okay, they show this story of this guy, with this disabled child. And so he's saying, you're showing him, and then you're going to say the dad says that, oh, the cuts won't affect him. They won't affect him. He got 19 likes on that. Well, he's legal and he's an American citizen. No, the cuts won't affect him. But we saw the other guy is an American. He's a legal citizen, and the cuts going to affect him, and he needs his Medicaid. See? Take a look at our next commenter. Rick Coleman says, if you're illegal, yes. If you're illegal, yes, you should lose it. The bill takes away coverage from people who shouldn't have gotten it in the first place. And I totally agree. We've been saying all along, he got 47 likes on that, Rick. Yes, you did. See, it's when they said it's $1.7 trillion that they're cutting, then you know that everyone that you send a letter to, they are illegal. They must be, because you ain't sending them to the legal. Or you sending them to the legal American citizens? Why are they getting a notice? No, this is supposed to be for the illegal. So there's going to be a lot of uproar. There's going to be, oh my God, can you see that? Look, if you don't have health issues now, you will have health issues. This is going to cause people to have health issues. High blood pressure is going to go up. You're going to find yourself at the ER when you get that premium notice that it done went up. Yeah, you'll get a notice and everything. Your body will let you know. So this is serious, isn't it? So no, you're not going to take away from people that are here legal and they're American citizens that deserve it. But yes, do take it away for those that are illegal, like that one show we did. They was here for 20 years, illegal, and get Medicaid. No, that shouldn't be. That should, you know how they talking about now. I relate this to what they're talking about, Israel first and America first. And people saying now, we don't want no Israel first. We don't want no illegals first. Take care of the legal folks first. Okay, take care of us first. All right, then, everyone. Take a look at WTH 1812 comment on the show today. It's not just Medicaid, it's also SNAP, food stamp, WIC, aid for the newborns, and every other program meant to assist the 50% of Americans who hold 2.5% of wealth in America. Ooh, girl, that's a great comment right there. And she goes on to say, or he or she goes on to say, the top 12 wealthiest individuals in the U.S. control a combined net worth of over 2 trillion or 30% of total wealth. Oh, wow. What a gap, isn't it? So she's saying it's not just affecting Medicaid. So there must be illegals on the SNAP program. There are illegals on the WIC program, you know, and so all of these illegals have added up to $1.7 trillion, according to what Trump said, according to what his administration is saying. This is why they did all these big cuts to Medicaid, but cut their funding, and also gave the wealthiest, as she's stating here, this 30% of holding of the total wealth is only 12 wealthiest individuals. They getting a nice big tax cut, aren't they? So where is the we draw the line, huh? What do we do in this situation such as this? Man, I tell you, this your comments matters, everyone. Just want to say your comments matters a lot, because this is serious stuff that we're going through here today. Hey, listen, let's take a look at our last commenter coming from NMPT777. Says, once your family loses your health insurance and people are telling them they must have been scammers to have it in the first place, we'll finally understand why what so many people have been trying to tell you for years. He got 8 likes on that comment. So he's saying, okay, you're losing your health insurance. And you're losing it because you've been scamming the system. You've been doing it illegally. You know how people out there getting false identity and stuff, and they pay for this false identity. You have a fake birth certificate, you got a fake social security number, you got a fake driver license, making yourself, everything is fake about it, but making yourself appear like you're legal, but you're not. And now the sheet is being pulled back. No, this cutting is for the illegal. That's what we got to remember. So we shouldn't be hearing from legal people. And if we are, somebody messed up in the bill. Somebody messed up. Wait a minute. You said 1.7 trillion you cut, so you must have identified all the illegals. You said there's over 100 million illegals here, right? So you know who they are. You know where they live. You know their name. So then you send them the letter. That's who you send the letter to. Wow, everyone, thank you so much for your comments today, because they matter. Michael Sylvie, Rick Coleman, WTH 1812, and NMPT 777. Your comments matters right here on our show today. All right, then, everyone, want to say thank you again. Hey, listen, I'm going to see you on the next video. Thank you again for watching, for liking, for sharing, commenting, and subscribing to Your Comments Matter right here on our YouTube channel today. See you on the next video. Take care. I'm Carol Love.